So I'm going to show you how I make my app icons and how I put them into my phone with the new iOS 14 update. This is mine so far, and I'm going to show you everything on how I do it. Okay, so we're going to switch over to my iPad, and I'm also screen recording all this, and that's why I'm talking over it now later. So the app I'm using to create my icons is Procreate. And Procreate is a super amazing app to use to do digital drawings. You can draw literally anything. And I have a 2018 iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil Generation 2. So this icon specifically is for my Photos app on my phone. And my whole idea of my overall design for all my icons was to just do like simple minimalistic doodles just to make it look all clean and for everything to be similar. And so for this one I decided to make two different Polaroids. So the Polaroid I'm drawing right now is going to be the main one in the front, and then I'm going to start drawing one that is behind it on an angle. In Procreate I am using the drawing guide to draw straight lines because for the life of me, I cannot draw straight lines. So the great thing about Procreate is that if you draw a shape and you hold down your Apple Pencil, it will automatically create a straight shape. So that's a really nifty tool. Something else that is really cool with Procreate is that it is only $10, which may seem a lot for an app, but with all the features that this comes with and that it's a one-time fee is $10, it is 100% worth it. And this is not an ad for Procreate. I honestly just love it so much that I will talk about it for ages. If you are considering on getting into digital art or to download Procreate, I definitely 100% recommend it. So right now I'm switching over to isometric drawing guide because I wanted to draw the second Polaroid on an angle. So this will give me a better perspective of exactly where I want it to be to make it look clean. So the pen that I'm using in Procreate is called the Studio pen. And if you see the little brush on the top right, and it's highlighted in blue right now on my iPad, if you click in there, you have a wide selection of brushes. And the one I'm using is in the inking selection and is called the Studio pen. And those two levers on the left hand side of my screen, you can change the size of the brush as well as the opacity of the brush as well. So basically how much it is whatever color you're using. So right now I'm using just black, but you can use a million different colors. So I'm still using the drawing guide, but I switched it back to the normal one and changed the color of the lines so I can see them better, because sometimes I am just blind, especially when I'm drawing. And now I should be moving on to drawing the actual pictures inside the Polaroid. So I am starting to draw this sort of minimalistic mountain range sort of style. Something super simple but nice to look at, and it's definitely better than just keeping it plain. So again, using those straight lines, just simple black Studio pen. Something else I want to mention is that there are ways to get more brushes, that you can purchase them from other people, but there are other free brushes out there, and you can find them on Pinterest, Facebook groups, or anything like that. But of course, always be careful that you're actually getting brushes. And now I'm going to draw a cute little sun. And you can see with the circle too, I hold down after I draw the shape and it makes it a more perfect circle. And now I'm going to draw cute little sunbeams. I always like to draw my sunbeams with one long one and one short one. I think it looks really cool, and it's also just a good way to give a little difference between them and add a little more variance between your drawing instead of keeping it just all long lines or all short lines as well. So a lot of the times I mess up some lines or they're not filled out in the way. I get a little perfectionist about those little things, which is okay. But I end up fixing lines so many times after I draw something. I end up saving pictures 5 different times because I'm fixing lines and noticing little things. Because after you stare at something for so long, you're gonna find little imperfections, and I still do after I post them on either my Redbubble or Instagram, and sometimes I just have to ignore it and let it go. So now I'm moving on to the second Polaroid, where I drew a cute little cloud environment. I think I was going for a rainbow here. Whatever it was not working, which these things happen a lot where I think I'm gonna do things, and then once I go to try to do it, I'm like, not a good idea. But yeah, this is actually how it ends up looking, and honestly, I think it's perfect. I think it's cute. I think I'm just fixing little lines that I'm seeing from afar, and I'm going to save it to my phone now. So I go to share. I usually share it as a JPEG, and I'm just gonna airdrop it to myself because it's 10 times easier. So I'm gonna share it to my iPhone right now, and then I will show you how I put it on my phone and how I change the app icon as well. So now I'm going to show you all the app icons I did so far, and now I'm going to switch over to my phone and show you how I changed everything over there. So now this is my iPhone, and I'm going to go to shortcuts, and I just searched it up top. So these are all my shortcuts, and I'm going to hit the plus button on the top right corner. And I'm going to search for open and app as the shortcut I want to create. And then I'm going to choose the Photos app. Then I'm going to touch the 3-dot button towards the top right. And I'm going to change the shortcut name to what I want to show. So for this instance, I'm going to just write Photos. And then I'm going to hit Add to Home Screen, change the name again to Photos, and then click the icon next to where I named it and hit Choose Photo. Then I'm going to select and size it correctly and how I want it to look, and then hit Choose. And then just hit Add. And then it's added to your screen, you can see it right there. And then I'm going to get rid of the current Photos app so I don't have duplicates on my screen, so eventually I'll just have all my minimalistic doodles that I created for everything. And I also use Widgetsmith to create the calendar icon that I have on my first page. And it's this really good, simple app that is easy to use, and I'm just showing how I can add another widget. If you edit home screen and then hit the plus button at the top right corner and scroll down to Widgetsmith, you can add a small, medium, or large widget. So I just added a small widget just to show you guys how to do it, and it'll pop up like that. And I just deleted it because I already have the one that I want. So I'm going to go work on some more widgets and add them to my phone, and I will come back soon and show you guys what I've done so far. So this is all I've done so far, and I'm also going to show you how to turn on reduce motion in your settings. So if you go to settings and you search motion in the top search bar, you click motion and then go to reduce motion and turn that on, so the transition when you click an app from your shortcut to the app, that it will be quicker. But also if you go from a notification, you won't have that issue at all. So I'm going to show you when I have a notification for my Instagram. Also follow our Instagram at @artbymayfaye if you don't already. But you can see it goes straight to the app, which makes it a lot cleaner and a lot easier, so you won't have that problem all the time. For those who don't know as well, I'm not just a digital artist. I also dabble in painting with acrylics and watercolor, and I also do a lot of DIY projects with furniture. If you like this video and you want to see some more, please like and comment and let me know anything that you like or dislike. you.